President Trump did tell reporters earlier at the White House that part of why he wanted to lend his support at this moment is just because what you mentioned, that early voting had already started yesterday ahead of next Tuesday's runoff race. And President Trump told the reporters just then that he had long wanted to make this endorsement, but had so far held off, considering these two candidates were polling very close together when it came to the primary election back in March. It is considered, though, to be highly significant as Paxton clinches this endorsement. And you read some of President Trump's statement out on Truth Social there, but I also wanted to highlight how in one of the first lines he called Paxton, quote, extremely loyal, going on to indicate that John Cornyn, while, as you mentioned, is a, quote, good man, he talks about how Cornyn was delayed, in his words, to endorsing him for the Republican nomination in 2024. I pulled it back up. Cornyn's nomination came after Governor Ron DeSantis dropped out of the race, and it was only between President Trump and Nikki Haley. And in President Trump's view, this is something that he has held on to when it comes to his disagreements with the senator who has held this seat since 2002. Now, when we're talking about just how remarkable this is coming at this point in time, it's important to highlight that so much money has been funneled into this race, 80% of which has actually come from Cornyn's camp in terms of attack ads and defending ads. But that means that all of this money is instead going to the two Republican candidates instead of towards the Democratic candidate, James Tallarico. Now, while still a long shot bid, Democrats haven't won a statewide office in Texas since 1994. This does risk momentum for Republicans because so much focus has been between Paxton versus Cornyn instead of a Republican versus a Democrat.